Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is...ちょっとね。I thought I had everything on. It's not fixed yet. It's not fixed yet. Hello. Hello. I'm alive. I was hoping the chat was gonna be fixed, but I guess not. That's so sad. I still can't show you the cute designs. Hello! 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 You thought 31st was Sunday? Today's gonna be a really chill stream. We're gonna get all cozy. I'm just gonna yap and yap and yap. Be nice to me, guys. I straight away started work right after I got back from AMG, so I'm actually still really tired. Mane, how you guys? It's been a while since I've seen y'all. What did you guys do for the week besides work or studies? I see some new faces. Chat? People? What do you call... what should I call you guys? Ah, you're so sweet. I missed you guys too. You watched the chicken fly at your window? You know, I'm pretty sure I ordered that chicken to come at you. I wasn't late. Maybe like 1 minute. Post-event wear down syndrome. Is that a thing? Like, is that what people say? I thought it's like post-event depression or something. Take out. Don't. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are other options. You know, it's an innocent life. Don't take it out. I actually wanted to stream like a little bit earlier, but it felt like I was still really tired. I slept until like 3 p.m. today. And I almost missed work. I'm actually working during the weekends for this week and next week as well, so it's like non-stop work. Clearly it wants to be eaten. It just wants to be friends. What are you talking about? Don't misunderstand it. Yeah, I think, like, honestly, maybe I should have opted for more days off before I started work again, because I went back on Monday evening, and then Tuesday morning I started work immediately. So I was actually surprised. I was actually really surprised I could wake up, you know. I actually thought I wasn't gonna make it to work the next day. If in Singapore it's illegal to take it down, in Malaysia I'll end up in my kitchen. Don't talk about taking chickens down. Like, you guys can get chicken rice anywhere. We're not gonna start on taking chickens down. Mood. I wanted to wear something cozy today. It'll be free, in a way. I don't know. It didn't do anything to you. Maybe if you actually did something to it, then I will actually come at you. Economy's too expensive. I feel y'all. I feel y'all so much. I think there are like a few people that I've met like in person in AMG, like finally, you know. Like I've known some people for a very long time, but I've actually never met them. And then like when we finally met at AMG, we were like, oh my god, we finally got to meet after like years of knowing each other. Yeah, AMG overall was pretty fun. I'll get into it soon. We finally met too, yeah! A lot of people identified themselves because I'm really bad with names and remembering how people look like. Most of the time when I head out, I look down at the floor. I don't actually look at people. And if I go to events, I don't actually like look for people. I just kind of like go there, look at the art stuff, whatever the booths have, and then I ran away. So people have actually said like I'm like this rare Pokemon. So please don't. I hope y'all don't get offended if I don't remember you guys. Like, I mean, I remember your names, so it's very nice of you guys to identify yourselves in person. Like, I'll remember all your names because like I interact with you guys online. But faces are a little bit difficult, especially now that people are starting to wear masks, like, ever since the pandemic, you know? So, well, kind of works, kind of doesn't work. Become one with the floor. I didn't say that. I said I would look down on the floor or something. Mane. I won't hurt anyone, I swear. I won't hurt anyone. I'm nice. Right? Those who met me at AMG, I'm nice, right? Right? Guys, don't flatter me. Mane. Mane. Ma. Press X to doubt. How would you doubt me? I'm nice. Guys, don't believe them, believe me. But honestly, like, the whole AMG thing... Oi! Mimi? 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 Guys... Why are you guys doing this? Why would you guys do this? Oh, but I attended AMG with 3 people, including Mimi and Uriah. So, all in all, I think it was a really fun event, and it wouldn't have been blah 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 blah. It wouldn't have been that fun without them as well. The interesting thing was we checked in at like different times, but they were nice enough to put us in like rooms next to each other. So yeah, it felt like this school trip again where we would like stay at hotels and just start knocking at each other's doors. Watching this while waiting for the qualifying results in a race. I hope the results are good for whatever you're voting for or whoever you're voting for. And if not, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, I'm just gonna like start talking about AMG because like you know, blah, 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 blah. I'm clearly not operating as usual. Were you the one at the booth or was that someone else? There were a few people at the booth. But yes, I was there. I was sitting at the booth and people would go, "Is that you? Is this VTuber you?" And I'll be like, "Yeah." So it's a slightly different situation because like this channel has been operating for a few years now and people kind of already know how I look like. So I thought, you know, it's fine to like just be there in person and I get to speak to you guys and, you know, just like interact with you all as well. There's no NDA, so well. Well, day 1 was on Friday. Day 2, yeah, AMG was 3 days. It's kind of rare for events to have like 3-day events, maybe? Because usually the small ones are like just on Saturday and Sunday. So I was really surprised when I got like, well, the opportunity to join AMG, like to booth there as well as perform there. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make the most out of it. And I really, really made the most out of it because I was really, really tired. It didn't cross my mind because I thought, why would a VTuber expose yourself? I guess that's the usual, right? Like, especially if someone joins a company, there's like NDAs and stuff. Or like, the norm for people doing VTubing is just because they don't want to show their faces. That's kind of different for me. I vibe with this avatar, this look, you know. I feel like myself. So essentially, well, we'll just take it as I have 2 forms. Because whoever knows me, whoever has known me for a really long time, knows that I'm especially obsessed with bunnies and music and snow and all that kind of stuff. So whenever they see this, they're like, yeah, that's definitely Ari. They don't really make a distinction between like my VTuber model and my actual self. Been looping. I can't speak today, guys. Looping Akuma no Ko the whole day. You should be looping it the whole week. No, but thank you so much. Yeah, Akuma no Ko is now out on Spotify and Apple Music and all other streaming platforms. So like if you guys want to make reels and stuff, it's also on TikTok and Instagram. So thank you. I can't upload like every single cover that I do because like I have to pay for annual copyright fees. If I uploaded everything, I don't think I would be able to cover the cost of that. I think you're very beautiful. Thank you. It's the makeup. But thank you. Quick Malaysian question. How's the food in the event? I actually didn't eat the food at the event itself. I ate at the mall. I think like we just sort of decided like it would be less crowded outside, so we just like went elsewhere to eat instead. I actually like we wanted to check in on day 1 like around lunchtime, but there were some issues with like checking in and stuff. I think they were like really understaffed, and there was also like some booking issues with some of the customers. Like some of them had their bookings cancelled or like they couldn't find their bookings anywhere. And there was also the whole language barrier thing, you know, because I think some of the staff could only speak Malay. They couldn't really speak English as well. So we kind of helped a little bit. We helped Mimi and Hiraya with like communicating at the desk and stuff like that, which was fine. I guess it just took a really long time because we were there for at least more than an hour. I arrived first and we were just queuing and stuff, and then like Mimi and Uriah, they came a little bit later, but we still haven't checked in. But after that, like when we all checked in, they put us like next to each other, which was nice of them, which was actually really nice of them. And but we only had like one card for each room. I don't blame them. Like they said, like because they're fully booked because of the event, and well, I was just wondering, like, what if you went with a group of friends and you guys like weren't sticking with each other, and you badly needed to go back to the hotel room? That would be pretty troublesome, but well, the good thing is that the people generally were really nice there. Like they were really helpful and they were friendly. They tried to help us with things, which was pretty nice. Yeah. I'm glad my Malay skills were still okay. Our tables were all full. I see. Yeah, I guess like that's why a lot of people just like went to eat at the mall or somewhere else instead. And then there have been a battle royale. So because we arrived late, I still had to like set up my stuff at the booth. So we were like, all right, since I needed some time, maybe one of us could go get like our tags first, and then we'd meet again after we're all settled in and stuff. Which didn't happen. I wanted to cosplay for one of the days, and I was just thinking like, if I cosplayed on Saturday, it wouldn't work out because I was meeting my family for dinner on Saturday, and I might have been too tired, you know, like after cosplaying and like having to perform the next day. So I decided to still go ahead with the plan of cosplaying on day one. So I quickly dressed up and I cosplayed up and blah 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 blah, and then we went to the event. And then we had issues again. Which is expected, you know, like there is no such thing as like things definitely running smoothly. Like that would be a complete miracle. Seriously. The thing that I'm actually really grateful for is that whoever we approached, whoever we tried to talk to would still help us. They were still really helpful. So so even if like we encountered issues, there were definitely people there, you know, to help us. I have to go. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna continue streaming. And I'll probably play some games after the stream, you know. So I'll see you again another time. Thanks for dropping by. Are the cover of the songs you're singing licensed or not? Well, like, if you're talking about like YouTube stuff, there are songs that I can't monetize because of copyright, which is, well, you know, understandable. Some I do get a share because like I do make like my own instrumental sometimes. And in terms of like uploading them to streaming platforms, I upload them through DistroKid. So like they handle all the licensing stuff, all the copyright stuff, and I basically just you know, I have to pay a fee for that. So I have to plan which covers might do a little better. Just to at least cover, you know, the cost of the fees and stuff, which is why you won't see most of my covers on Spotify and other platforms yet. So, if not, I would be operating at a loss. At one point, I really was. So I thought, you know, this isn't working out. We just kind of gotta make do. Yeah, so I cosplay. We arrived. We set up stuff. I was boothing together with Jay at Site and Friends booth. She was really sweet. This was like the first time I got to talk to her as well. So, she was really friendly. She was like, "Oh, hi, you know, it's really nice to meet you again." And again, well, online we've spoken to each other, but in person, not really. This was our first time. So she was like, "Oh, you're so pretty." And I was like, "No, you're so pretty." And well, she had a few helpers as well. So like, we were both just like kind of trying to do our stuff, you know, managing whatever we had to do, and at the same time still try to take breaks. No, after I set up, I sort of like, I was gonna take it easy for that day. I didn't have any like meet and greet sessions scheduled. So, you know, we decided to just like look around the event, and I went to collect some commissions. I found like some really nice artists, you know, and like I really wanted them to draw my character in their style, my VTuber, and also my pet my pet rabbit. Yeah, so I had like a commission of like myself together with my pet rabbit, and it was so cute. You can actually see it on my Discord server. So I got to meet the artists that I commissioned, and I saw some cute merch. And I was like, they were really trying to sell their stuff. I saw like usually if I see K-Angel merch, I just kind of go like, okay, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that. But well, I was trying to save money, right? So I was like, alright, I'm just gonna get like one print. And then I saw that they had like this like K-Angel shirt. I was like, no. So then I was like, alright, I guess I could get that because the shirt was pretty reasonably priced as well. Reasonably. I'm so sorry guys, don't clip this. So I got those, and they were like, do you want more? Do you want this cup? It's free. I'll give it to you for free. Are you sure you don't want it? We have this design, that design, this design. And I was like, no, don't do this to me. Everyone was really nice, you know, and I was like, oh, their designs are so cute. And like, I can't say no to free stuff either, so I just took it. And my bag was already full. I've only walked through 2 rows of the artist alley. And like, so we were like, alright, we're not gonna carry this stuff for like the rest of the artist alley walkthrough. So we went back up to put stuff down before continuing. The first 2 rows, and I've already spent on like bulky stuff, like fragile stuff, and I was like, this is not gonna go well. But everyone was so nice, and like the artworks were so pretty. I can't help it, you know. Especially if you guys have like Seisei and K-Angel stuff. That's it. That's it for me. But like because we arrived like pretty late, the booths started to close up for the day. So we couldn't actually finish like looking through everything. So we're like, it's okay. We're gonna, you know, check them out again tomorrow. I saw some stuff that I really wanted to get. I just hope that, you know, they weren't sold out the next day. It was just, well, sometimes inevitable. Did you watch any of the main stage VTuber events? Your favorite? I watched some, especially on Saturday. Yeah, the first day I was actually really tired already from like traveling, arriving at the booth and cosplaying and stuff like that. So I just kind of like wanted like me time. But I did watch like Doki's sessions and like the local acts, as well as like the collab VTuber stuff. I wasn't at the stage much, but I did like, you know, you could actually hear like what was going on at the stage from upstairs at the VTuber alley, so you could still, you know, kind of know what was going on. My favorite, Doki. I love Doki. Doki's so sweet. She's so like, she's like this whole bundle of joy, and the moment she laughs, it's like everyone can hear it, right? she has like this very contagious laugh, but sometimes I feel like when she laughs, she's kind of like mocking you sometimes. But she's generally very sweet. I've watched her like twice because she came to AFA in Singapore some time ago before AMG, and then she came for AMG, right? So I saw her twice. Still, her laughter is still the same. Everything's the same. So, she's a big inspiration and a very nice person. No one's actually beat her, I think, in like the Apex matches. Which is like, well, I mean, that's to be expected, you know, it's Doki, so. So I think cause like I cosplayed like Doki, and there were like some merch sold at the artist alley as well, and they were like, Doki! Doki! Yeah, so like I went there and I was like, oh, like, the merch is so cute, you know, and they were like trying to get me to buy the merch as well because I cosplayed as Doki, but I was like, I don't have enough money to buy everything. It's just like, I did get one Doki print in the end. It was really nice. It was like this little shimmery matte quality of the version that I cosplayed as. So I just kind of like wanted like a little memory from AMG since I cosplayed her at AMG. Yeah, 1v1. 50 plus games, no wins. That's Doki for you. So yeah, the booths were starting to close and we were like, we're gonna just, you know, take it easy for the night and just go have like dinner or something. So the four of us, we grouped up again once we were done, you know, browsing for the day, and we went for sushi. That was pretty much it for the first day, you know, just setting up, meeting people. I got like this cute little Doki Bird logo wax seal from like someone. I think they were like just looking around for Doki cosplayers and like just giving them out. It was just really cute. It was really cute. I still have it with me. I think I'll share it on the server later. I want to beat Doki. Gamba. Gamba. Please let me know if you do beat Doki. That would be such an achievement. Yeah, after sushi we just kind of like chilled, went back to our rooms and just rested for the rest of the night. And we were gonna take it easy for the second day as well, so we were just like, we're gonna just sleep, not set an alarm, and just wake up naturally. So I had like my meet and greet timings at like about 4 on day 2, which is fine, you know, so I didn't really have to rush for anything. But then I realized when I woke up that I had an eye infection because it hurt every time I blinked, and I was like, no, because like I really wanted to dress up. You know, like if the eye infection was pretty bad, I wouldn't be able to wear contacts or like wear makeup and stuff. But luckily it wasn't in my eye, it was just like surrounding my eye and stuff. So like it hurt every time I blinked, but I could still like wear contacts and just kind of like dress up a bit. So the makeup actually covered the infection. Like people couldn't really tell. So, well, it was a little bit uncomfortable, but like meeting people after that sort of helped me to forget, you know, about the infection for a bit. So I went back, we looked at the merch stuff that we weren't able to the previous day, and I found a figure that I really wanted. Like, I don't know if you guys are aware of like some of like the Good Smile figures. They have like little figures of like characters from various animes and even like superhero characters as well. And I was really looking for a Miku one, like for like the longest time. So it was the last one. I saw it. The box was like pretty much battered up. But as long as the contents were fine, I was like, I'm getting this. I am not missing out on this chance to get that figure, because I've been looking for it like for years now. So I managed to get that. And so, yeah, that was more spending. How much did I spend? I don't even know how much I spent. Man, I don't think I spent more than I earned. Hopefully. I don't know. Oh, yeah, but nah. Broke, kind of. But to be fair, the figure was like actually cheaper than if I got them like in Singapore. What? Official figurines gonna be very pricey. I thought so too. There were some that I felt like I couldn't really afford. But when I saw that one, I was like, this is already like a lot cheaper than what I would find if this appeared in Singapore. So I was like, you know, I was just gonna grab it anyways. I wish I could get into collecting something. Never had like a physical collection. Don't start. You won't stop. I had to clear out so many of my stuff when I moved like out from my hometown, because I just had to, you know, complete the collection. Like it would just really make me so uncomfortable if I knew that I was missing something from a specific collection, that I would like do whatever I can just to find it. So only do it if you are prepared for like the damages. We had like merch sales after that because it was like already 4 p.m. Time flew by so fast. Like I met people, we talked. We didn't even talk that much, you know? But like, I guess during events you're like constantly walking, looking at stuff, and then you meet people and you're like, hi, and then we're like, bye, and then we continue walking again, and then we see something interesting, and then we just look at it again, and then we get distracted with some other thing, and then we look at it again, and then we meet a friend again, and then we say hi, and then it just goes on and on and on. So it became 4 p.m. really quickly, so I was like, all right, we gotta head back, you know, to the booth. And I finally met some people, because there were some pre-orders that had to be collected as well, and they kind of wanted me to like autograph on some other merch. So I just went back to like wait for them as well. So I met a lot of people. I was surprised that my merch I actually sold quite a bit of my merch there. Yeah. So I'm really grateful for the support. I'm very, very grateful for the support. Because I wasn't expecting much. You know, because like even if I was boothing at AMG, I I wasn't really involved in the scene much, and I was like, you know, if I could just even cover the costs of like what I spent to make these merch, I would be more than happy. Which like I was very happy that like I sold like most of my keychains. I think I only have like 5 left. So like for those of you who don't have my merch yet, please buy them. I ship internationally. You can get it on my Ko-fi. It's all linked down in the description. So there are only 5 left. I don't know if I'll actually be restocking. So like the whole process, you know, like having to deal with everything yourself, having to look for manufacturers, artists, and like planning everything, making sure everything came on time. It's a whole big package, a whole large thing you gotta pull, especially if like there's no one really there to help you. So I mean, I'm not complaining or anything, you know. It's kind of like it was definitely more than what I expected. So I did learn a lot from it. But all in all, I'm really glad that like people generally liked everything that they purchased. I was really glad that like the keychains especially came in like really good quality as well. They were so cute. I got the signature. Yatta! Yeah, I'm glad all of you liked. I actually thought that the keychains weren't gonna sell as much because it was the most expensive item in my catalog. But it turns out that that was the best selling item. I printed like extra stickers because like, you know, maybe people just kind of wanted stickers instead, and they were also the cheapest in the catalog. So like, you know, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna print a few more, and then I ended up with so many. Please help me clear them up so I can make more stuff for you guys. It's premium grade, really? Thanks. I'm so glad. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to that manufacturer again. They were really nice. They helped me through the entire process. They told me when it was gonna be done and like how this would work, that would work, how long shipping's gonna take, this and that. So yeah, well, everything was like in Chinese, and like my written Chinese is not good, so I just kind of like they sent me like the whole paragraph of like their process and stuff like that, and I was just like, I just gave them a thumbs up. But you know, everything worked out in the end. The keychains came really nicely, and I'm really glad I managed to, you know, package everything nicely as well. As long as it made everyone happy, that was it. Thank you for sending the wallpaper at 2 a.m. Don't expose me like that. Don't expose me like that. That was the time I was like, alright, I still have this like little ounce of energy that I'm just gonna continue pulling through a little bit more just to send out the digital wallpapers. What wallpaper? If you purchase the whole set. Oh, did I not send it to you, Abby? Did I not send it to you? No! Oh my gosh, I'll send it to you later. I'm pretty sure I sent everything. Yeah, maybe I missed that out. I'm sorry, Abby. I'm gonna check it again. But I double checked, triple checked all the AMG full set orders, so those have already been sent out. I'm sorry, Abby. No, I need a manager. I need a manager. But I can't afford a manager. I can't do this. ごめんな, Abby. Alright, I'll send it to you like right after the stream. I'm sorry. Yeah. And then Right, after the meet and greet, we just kind of like stayed on because there was like the VTuber showcase happening at 5:30. It was a performance that was prepared by Mimi and I. So we were like eagerly just like sitting there and like watching the rest of the stuff being featured on the screen and stuff like that. And then it was our turn. We presented like 6 songs. We had like solo segments of like our own covers, and we also presented like songs that we both worked on together as well. So that was really nice. That was really, really nice. The screen was super vibrant. Mimi worked on the video, so like I was really, really happy to see how vibrant the colors appeared on screen on that day itself. Like all that hard work really paid off. Like it looked so good. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you so much, Mimi. And manager funds went to K Angel merch. Don't expose me like that, you know. And like I want to properly pay my future manager. So I don't want to take advantage of anybody. If I can do stuff on my own, I will. So funds allocated to my future manager is not gonna be the same funds that are allocated to merch. Alright, let's be clear. Let's be clear on that. Still haven't gotten all the endings for the game yet. I haven't either. I've been playing, but like sometimes it's really difficult, especially to like balance everything, right? To like get all endings. There's so many endings, like so many. But I love her. I love her so much. Sad and listen and here's a reply. Thank you. It's thanks to like the people who worked on the audio as well. Mostly Uriah. He did like the guitar part for our cover of Black Sheep also. So we got special thanks to Uriah for like preparing the audio and also like contributing to the guitar part in Black Sheep. Some of my solo segments were just like I just sort of sorted that out myself along with another person that I regularly worked with. So I think I've been really lucky because most of the people that I've worked with have been really nice, you know. They've been so wonderful to work with that I just keep going back to them. I'm constantly looking out for more people to work with, but like sometimes it's nice to know that there are people that you can go back to over and over again because like their quality of work is just amazing. Like you don't actually have to worry about it because you know that like things are gonna be okay, and if any changes have to be made, you know, we can just work through them together, and that's really nice. I really appreciate all the conversations and communications that we have like among each other. The feeling of listening there and rewatching the showcase on YouTube felt very different. Definitely, like watching it in person versus on YouTube. Oh, by the way, the whole showcase is up available on Mimi's channel. It's on her channel. It's on her channel. I'm gonna plug her channel here. Full showcase here. Yeah, I'm gonna upload like some of like the solo segments on my channel. So one has already been uploaded. There are 2 more, so please look forward to it. They're both here. See, they're both here. Best people. I love you guys so much. Wow. So after the VTuber showcase was done, well, you know, the majority of my family members are currently residing in KL. So they were like, "You're here, so why can't we see you?" So I was like, all right, let's like schedule a time to like have a meal together. Well, you know, I can't just leave my friends there, right? So I spoke to my family and they were like, yeah, just ask them to join. So I brought my friends to have dinner with my family too. It was also their first time meeting my family. Well, I guess like I kind of surprised them because I act really different around my family. I'm extremely loud. I pick fights with them. I start fighting with my uncle, and then I start teasing my grandparents and all this and all that. So they were like, huh? And like, well, the age gap between like my uncles and I isn't very big. I could pretty much almost be considered like their little sister. So like we don't address each other with like formalities and stuff. We just kind of go, hey, oi. And like it gets to the point where like my uncle, one of my uncles called me like a piece of shit. I don't take offense in that. Like we have like this group chat and like we would like put the group name as like our like the zodiac animals of the year that we were born in, and because I was the youngest, they just put like this poop emoji for me. So, well, whatever. I'm still their favorite niece, and do you know why? It's because I'm the only one. Nobody's gonna take that place for me. They have no choice. I'm gonna be their favorite. There's no other niece. I don't have cousins. I'm the only grandchild. They're stuck with me. So they can call me a piece of shit. That's fine. Yeah, well, because I act really differently with my family. I grew up with them and like I'm pretty noisy over there. So like none of them could believe me when I said like, you know, I really dislike dealing with people. I'm like this huge introvert. I don't want to do this. I don't want to go out. I don't want to meet people. I can't do this. I can't keep on going out. And they're like, huh? What do you mean? So essentially like I'm just a lot louder with my family. I guess that's also because like, well, they go easy on me. Let's just face it. I am the youngest. They don't spoil me, but they go easy on me. So we had good food. We talked quite a bit. I wish I could spend more time with them. Time passed by really quickly. And like I could tell, I felt a little bit sad because like I could tell my granddad missed me a lot, and I wish we could talk more. I'm really close to my granddad. We would, like, when I was much younger, I visit him like almost every day because he would just stay across the street from me. And we'd have like dinner almost every day. That used to be the norm. You know, and then that turned into once a week because they moved somewhere else, and then I came over to Singapore, and that was it. So it's kind of sad, you know, like you could tell when they want to be understanding. They're really sweet about things. They're very nice, and they show that they care in their own way, you know. Those typical seniors where they don't tell you that they love you, but they still tell you to eat and make sure that you still have food on your plate and stuff like that. So it's very rare for my grandparents to tell me that they love me, but I still know that they love me anyway, because every time I visited, the fridge would be stocked up with ice cream. They would buy my favorite foods, and you know, you just know. And what really hit me after that was like when I was gonna fly back to Singapore, I called him, and before we ended the call, he actually said I love you. And I was like, don't do that, you're gonna make me cry. My granddad said I love you. He told me he loves me. That's so rare, guys. Like I'm gonna start crying. This is also one of the reasons why I want to go back, you know, like time passes, people get older. You can't control time. I want to spend more time with my family, especially my grandparents. Yeah. But either way, I'm glad my friends got to meet my family. I don't usually mix my different circles together, because I like to like segment it out, like, you know, my friends are my friends, my family is my family, and stuff like that. And when it comes to like making the decision to be like, hey, let's invite my friends over, I don't usually do that. I've rarely had friends like come over to my place. I never had a sleepover until I was like, I don't know, I think I've only had like one sleepover in my house, like for my entire life. Like just one. So like people don't usually visit my place. Yeah. So like I thought these group of friends are people that are really, really important to me, and I've talked about them to my family before, and you know, it was just nice to see everyone interacting with each other. Like it was really nice. Just invent a time machine. I got no brains for that. I have a music degree. I don't have like some science degree or something like that, you know, like But yeah, all in all, I love my friends, I love my family, I love everyone. I love everyone who's supported me as well. It's Day 3! We're gonna go! We're gonna move on to day 3. We had... oh my gosh. Day 3 was like the most tiring day because it was also the day of my performance. And because I was still working in Singapore, right? So I could like only take a limited amount of leaves off work. So I couldn't make it for like the usual sound check sessions that they had on Thursday. So the AMG team, they were really nice, really accommodating, and they said, you know, that's okay, why don't you just come like on day 3 itself in the morning before your performance. And I was like, oh, thank you so much, you know. And they had to wake up early for me as well, which I was really appreciative of that. Went there. I thought I could get through to the exhibition through the mall, but the mall wasn't open because it was still too early. So we saw this trail of people just kind of like walking uphill, and I was like, maybe we should follow them. Maybe that's where we're all supposed to go, right? Like maybe the people boothing there, the exhibitors, maybe that's what we're supposed to do. So we followed them, and I don't want to do that again. I don't want to do that again. I was drenched in sweat like by the time I arrived at the exhibition, because it was like a constant uphill walk, and it was in the morning. I barely had breakfast, and like, you know, aircon wasn't working. We were outdoors. We were trying to just get in, and the people at the ticketing counter or something, they were playing some really motivating music when we arrived. And we were like, alright, I guess we made it. And then I just said, you know, I'm so tired. I think I've warmed up. I don't need the sound check anymore. I don't need the sound check anymore. Well, I still went, you know. Like I had to get a feel of the stage and everything. So I took it easy. We sorted things out. Ash was really nice. He coordinated things with me. I didn't even know that we could plan when we wanted the lightings to be changed or like timed together with my songs. So I was like, whoa, you could do that! You know, lighting makes like the whole atmosphere, the whole show so different. Which I'm so grateful to the team. Like, they made the performance so much more exciting. Just simply because, you know, they knew what to do with the lights. Simply because of that. And they were also very attentive to like the sound as well, to make sure that, you know, I could be heard, I could hear myself and stuff like that. So everyone was really nice. They made sure that I was hydrated, that I had everything that I needed and stuff like all the jazz, you know. So we finished soundcheck. I went back to the hotel. Thankfully the mall was open by then. So I didn't have to walk outdoors. And like, so we went back. I had to quickly dress up because I had like less than an hour to prepare, and we went back again. And before I could like digest what was happening, it was time to perform because my session was at 11 a.m. It was like the opening for day 3, and that was it. It was time to perform. I had to leave pretty quickly, but I figured, thank you for dropping by. It's nice to see you. Yeah, we just the performance. I was oh my gosh, I was so nervous. Because it wasn't. It's pretty simple. Like, I'm not a singer. I'm just someone who likes to sing. So I'm still trying to figure out how to work my voice, guys. Whatever happens during the show is like sometimes within my control and sometimes not. I was so worried because like, you know, I've never performed in such a big event before, and you know, the fact that I got through auditions means that there are definitely some expectations that are placed on me. So I really hoped that, you know, the performance was at least decent enough. Oh, but one of the highlights for the show was what I wore for the concert. For the longest time, I've been very comfortable with like wearing long dresses, you know, loose fits. They made me safe, they made me comfortable. And how I dressed, for those of you who don't know, I dressed in like a shorter fit this time. It was like black with silver embellishments on it. And there were also like long pieces of cloth attached to the waist, so it was like half long, half short, and and stuff like that. Which and I wore like leggings and boots to pair along with it, and I had like my ponytail extension on, and you know, what made me realize how I felt so comfortable in that fit was just simply because that was how I used to dress when I was much younger. When I used to like perform when I was younger, I would wear like shimmery dresses. Like my mom would have dresses tailored for me, and they would usually like be some form of like partially glittery stuff so that the lights would reflect on it. And my usual everyday fits would like consist of like short skirts and leggings and stuff like that. And I was like, hey, this feels like I felt like myself again. And like a long ponytail was like a staple of mine because like back in school I always had my hair in a ponytail. So it was the whole fit was a combination of the time of me growing up, basically, you know, long ponytail, the way I dressed, along with boots and leggings and all that kind of stuff, which is oddly comfortable. I actually didn't have to worry too much about the fit, except for the fact that I couldn't wear it myself. I had to get help. And like, it wasn't uncomfortable, I just couldn't reach some parts, so like I had to get like help. But other than that, like, the fit was really comfortable. It was stretchable, it was flowy, it was glittery, the lights would reflect on it, and thanks to the lighting people, they made things look even better. You had a concert on day 3? I was at 11 a.m, so I wasn't expecting people to really come. Like, you would be so tired, you know, after attending day 1 and 2, that like whoever made it for the first item in day 3 would have been you guys are crazy, seriously. Like, I really wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting that crowd size, more so because people didn't really know who I was. It was my first time performing at AMG, let alone like a huge local event in Malaysia. So I was like, you know, I'm just gonna do my own thing, and if people liked it, I'll know after that. But everyone was just so great. They were so full of energy, and they cheered, and they did the wotage stuff. They would just cheer anytime, and it was so, you know, because the performer gets the energy from the audiences as well, right? So the more I performed, the more energy I had, and the more faith I had in myself. Everyone was like, I can still remember the feeling, like the fact that people still cheered even though they had no idea who I was. Man, you guys are great. It was a nice dress. Thank you. Thank you. Let me drink some water. I've been talking non-stop. Yeah. So after that, I sang 5 songs. It's been a while. I think the only other time I sang like a 30-minute set was like the very first performance that I did in the ACGC, which was like years ago. Usually all the other segments that I did was like 15 minutes. So I had to practice a lot if my stamina is not great. And like I performed like Bibi Deba for the last item in my set. So and like one of them guessed the song as well, and I was like, you know, if you guys can dance to it, like just dance along with me. And they really did. They did. It was so cute. Everyone was just like oh, I love the audience. Like, this was such a great experience. I really want to come back again. It made me miss home so much. You know, like this entire trip has made me miss home, my family, the people around me. It actually made me really emotional. There were a lot of things that happened in between, and I guess like at the end of the day when I came back from day 3, I'm so glad of all the decisions I made that led me up to where I am right now. There's like people actually like, cause the meet and greet session, it was upstairs. It was upstairs, so like I wasn't, even if I announced that I had like a meet and greet, I wasn't expecting people to like, you know, go all the way upstairs just to say hi and stuff. But there were people who still came by. They introduced themselves. They were really sweet. They cheered, they assisted me, and they bought more merch. It was really nice to, you know, be able to interact with new people. And like, I didn't even know that this was possible, but someone came up to my booth and they wanted to buy more stuff, but they couldn't afford it. And they were like, they apologized for not being able to spend more. They were like, I'm so sorry. I can't buy more, but I really want to. Can I just get this one? Is this one okay? Like, they asked me if this was okay. I was like, what do you mean? The fact that people came upstairs to even say hi, I was already really appreciative of that. Like, I wasn't expecting people to buy anything, to be honest. So when they apologized for not being able to spend, I was like, what do you mean? Why are you apologizing? 난데요, 마지데. Everyone's so cute. And one of the highlights of day 3 was that like people, like, there was a banner made for me. It was like right there in the audience that had huge letters saying I love Ari Anjou. I was like, what? You can see it like on my TikTok or Instagram and stuff like that. I posted it. It's one of my AMG posts, and also featured on my AMG reels. They were just holding it up. Like, I was like, 난데요, 마지데. 난데요. I had to try so hard to keep my composure when I saw that. Like, I never had that before. That was like... And like, when we had the final group photo after everything was done, like, they went to the center of the audience, so the sign was right in the middle of the photo behind me. I hope they keep it, honestly. Let's just keep it. I was so honored, guys. Like, thank you. And there was another part during the meet and greet. Like, I felt so bad after that. Or like when they actually asked me, cause like most of them, they just like wanted me to sign on like the posters or like get like my merch, my VTuber merch and stuff like that. Or like, you know, get checkies, get pictures taken together, and like I would just like sign on them. And then this guy came up to me and he passed me his phone. And I was like, eh? And he's like, can you please sign on the back of my phone? And I had to ask him a few times if he was sure about it, because it wasn't on his phone case. It was on the back of his actual phone. Like that sleek, matte, white phone. And I had to ask him a few times, you know, like, are you really sure about this? Are you really, really, really sure about this? Because when I sign on it, it's a permanent pen. And like, you know, I was really shocked, and I was like, what? And I still signed on it anyways, but I was like, hey there! Oh, he has a few of the back plates. Okay. That was so stressful for me because, like, can you imagine if I made an error? his phone case. And so, I mean, if they're sure about it, thank you. Thank you for trusting me. That was a first. So like, I had like some friends helping me out at the booth as well. And so when they saw that, they were like, "What?" And then they started taking photos of that happening. That was pretty funny. But yeah, I didn't expect that would be happening. So, mane. If you made a mistake, then that signature would be one of a kind. I just start doodling on the whole phone. But yeah, thanks for trusting me with such a big, big thing. Yeah, so that was that. I definitely changed out of my fit after the meet and greet into something more comfortable. Is like my eye was still hurting. I think it got like slightly worse from day 2, but thankfully, like I said, it wasn't like right on my ear, so I could still like put on makeup and like sort of hide that I had like an infection. But it was really painful, like every time. Even if I tried to squint, it would really hurt. So I really wanted to at least change it to something more comfortable for the rest of the day. Yeah. But after that, like, I continued meeting more people. More people came to say hi. We took more pictures, we spoke, we had a great time. And then it was time to go back. It was time to keep our stuff and go back. So... it felt kind of bittersweet, The time passed so quickly. It felt like a really long time, but it also felt like a really short time. Ah, the guy is here. He's here. The one that I signed the phone case on. He's here. You're very brave. You're very brave. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for trusting me. That I would do a good job signing on the back. Yeah, and when I packed my stuff, I was like, oh man, like, would I do this again? This is really tiring. But it was also really rewarding, being able to see everyone, being able to talk to people, and just basically experiencing the whole event in this way, besides like just going there as an attendee. So who knows, I might do it again, not so soon. I'm gonna need more help. I know for a fact I can't do this by myself. I did do most of it myself, but having to juggle between this and like my full-time job, it's really tiring. I stayed up quite a bit for a very long time trying to make sure everything was okay, so I'm glad things turned out pretty well, all in all. Maybe in the future when I have more help, I'll do it again. But other than that, I'm gonna need months to recover and hibernate and regenerate my energy. But I'm very grateful, to the team, Musayet and the VTuber Ali team and the whole AMG team for giving me this opportunity to even do this, For the first time, it was definitely really eye-opening, and it showed me how much these interactions mean. And I'm really glad I started, you know, VTubing and stuff. Because in the end, interactions with people are so important. Connections with people are so important. So no matter what, you know, you need people in your life. You don't need a lot of people, but having a good circle of people to support you is very important. And to be honest, I wouldn't have been able to pull through if it weren't for the friends that I attended with and boothed with as well. So thank you. Thank you for bearing with me and being with me and supporting me and loving me. You guys know who you are. That was basically the whole AMG experience. I KO'd shortly after I reached the hotel at the end of the day, so there's nothing much left to say. By the time I woke up, it was time to check out of the hotel, and it was time for my parents to drive me to the airport. So that was that, you know. Okay, we're gonna move on to some questions to answer. I collated some, and there are some interesting statements and questions that I would like to get into. Let me just pull it up. We're back in my room. We're gonna get all cozy. Alright, so for those of you who don't know, I opened up my Marshmallow and NGL on Twitter and Instagram respectively for a short amount of time, just to, you know, answer some questions in stream. So yeah. I looked through them and let's just get into it. I'll be catching Dr. Safe travels. All the best at work. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you. Hope to see you again next time. Alright, we're gonna start with the first Marshmallow question. Who would win in a fight? Haru or 100 grasshoppers? Haru's my pet rabbit. She is the bossiest, most I don't even know what the word is. She is the most entitled rabbit I have ever interacted with, and she's my pet. So who would win in a fight? Haru or 100 grasshoppers? She gets mad at me for not even feeding her on time, so the answer is obvious. It's definitely Haru. She would probably wipe them out in 5 minutes. That's a given, you know. She can't, like, I used to think that like Haru would get lonely, like she would need a companion. So I brought her to multiple adoption events, you know, just to have her interact with other rabbits, and hopefully maybe we'll just adopt another one to, you know, so that she wouldn't be so lonely. We brought her to every single rabbit. She fought with every single one of them. So after a while, we came to the conclusion that she just doesn't like other rabbits. She just wants the attention all for herself. And she's been doing fine. It's been 4 years, you know. A total alpha rabbit. Yeah, that's right. So, that's that. We're gonna move on. Oh, Oops. I'm back. Next one. The first time hearing your singing live at AMG was amazing and made me fall in love with your singing. I'll keep supporting you, and please keep on doing what you love. This one's not a question, but I kind of wanted to address this as well. I received a lot of messages that are similar to this, you know. Them hearing me for the first time at AMG and like wanting to support me from then on. It's really nice to hear, so I really appreciate that. It's very nice to hear from you guys. Thank you so much. I'm gonna continue trying to make more music. I've got a lot of backlogs that I hope to get to. I'll finish uploading the VTuber showcase videos first, and then there'll be a cover that will be uploaded soon after that. Arigatou. The live singing is so good. You know what? One of the things that made me so touched during the concert was that the few artists that I commissioned to have the artwork collected at AMG. So I met them on Friday, on day one, and I was so surprised to see them among the people that were at the stage on day 3. Every single one of them, they were there at the stage, and you know, I was just really happy. So Jasmine's one of them as well. Thank you so much for being there. I made new friends. They're all really sweet. So having the support from all of you guys really means a lot to me. Arigatou. Are there any places you'd like to perform at? I definitely want to perform more in Malaysia. Other places that I would like to perform at, I can't say for sure, you know, because it ultimately depends not just on the place, but also like the organization, who I'm gonna be working with, the people in general as well. So there are lots of other factors that would go into where I would want to perform it. But I would definitely like to perform at AMG again. You know, just being able to perform back in my home country is really nice. So yeah, I mean, if I could go to other countries, that would be really fun, I think. So I'm gonna work hard. You know, I hope my music reaches more people, and so that I'll meet more people, so that people will listen to my music, and maybe, just maybe, I'll have the chance to go out further. Okay, I compiled these two questions together because they're kind of the same. One's from Marshmallow and the other one's from NGL. Do you have songs or styles of music you'd like to cover that are out of your comfort zone, and any upcoming songs that Ari-chan wants to cover? Guys, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I had like a metal phase when I was younger. Like my entire playlist was filled with metal songs. So in terms of that, well, I know that my voice is not, you know, all that suitable. But I really like metal songs. I think that, you know, I love things with lots of bass, and like so much goes into metal music. You know, it's not just like math rock or anything. It's like specifically metal and rock and stuff like that. Like, I want to learn how to growl. Screamos, I don't know yet. Like, these are things I want to do. Whether or not I can do them, you know, I'm not sure. So like, things like, even songs by Ado, like, there are a few songs that I really want to cover. But I know my voice probably can't pull off the meaning that I want to pull off in the cover. So I'm still working on it. Maybe one day, but I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Yeah, I had a metal phase. If I had to choose, I would probably want to cover metal songs. If I could. Yeah. I had like I had a time where I was obsessed with Dream Theater. So when I used to compose songs, Dream Theater was a really big inspiration for my compositions. Yeah. Arch Echo as well. I really like their songs. Some of their like instrumentals, like all the musicians are so skilled. I would transcribe like all their solos and stuff just to learn how, you know, how they improvise and stuff. It's crazy. The more you get into that hole, there's so much more to learn. There's so many things that could be learned from that genre itself. Tiki, when will I be back in Malaysia? I'll be visiting again towards the end of the year. Not for any specific event, you know. I'm just gonna visit my family and my friends, my loved ones. Also because I've got classmates getting married. So they're like, oh, can you come to this wedding? Can you come to that wedding? And this and that and this and that. So I had to start choosing which ones I can attend. It's just kind of weird, you know, because sometimes you think, oh, that person's gonna be like the last one to get married, and they're the first ones out of all of us to get married. Yeah, so I'll be back. Towards the end of the year. I'm also gonna be planning the process of moving back as well, because you know, things would be kind of easier if I could discuss with my family in person and all of that. So I'm gonna be there for quite a while. Hopefully attend Comic Fiesta. I would like to attend with my friends. That would be nice. Oh, and definitely have the food. I miss the food. But in terms of like when I'm actually gonna be like permanently back in Malaysia, definitely in less than 2 years. If I can make it in just about a year more, if things work out, that'd be great, you know. But realistically speaking, I was just kind of like planning things out on my own, financially as well. I can do it within 2 years. If I'm lucky, I can, you know, move in a year or so. But you know, we'll see. When did you start learning piano, or are you self-taught? I was asked this question so many times at AMG. Did you learn piano by yourself? You do piano covers? Did you teach yourself? Are you self-taught? Alright, I'm gonna address this once and for all, guys. Because, well, I guess a lot of you who are following me would kind of associate me to like singing more, because this whole channel was created because I just wanted to do singing covers, you know. It was originally gonna be just for fun. It was during lockdown period. We we just, well, I just kind of wanted to do something because I was just stuck at home, and Uriah actually said like, oh, why don't you just get a mic? So I got a mic, and we just like I just started recording. Asphyxia was the very first cover that I made. So from then on, it just kept on growing from nothing to something. So ultimately, this is my first time actually like presenting myself as someone who mainly sings in an event. At least that was how people would know me. You know, oh, Ari sings, Ari does this, Ari sings most of the time. Sometimes she cosplays. But actually, I've been playing the piano for a really long time. I'm professionally a pianist. So I started learning music just shortly before I turned 3 years old. So it's basically been my entire life. Piano was my first instrument. I also played the electone as well. I actually kind of wanted to major in the electone. For those of you who don't know what an electone is, it's basically a digital organ. You're basically a one-man band or a one-man orchestra. But I was advised to basically improve my technical skills, so I went for a piano degree instead. Because like they were just saying, you know, if you get better at your technique, you can basically just work on the whole electron thing on your own. Because, well, technique's already there, so you can just explore the rest of the electron on your own, which I do understand now. I didn't understand before. So I went on. I did piano my whole life. I went through loads of teachers, loads of professors, loads of master classes, went through all the exams. I got a degree. I have a degree in piano performance. I was classically trained. But I went through a lot of other courses as well. So at one point, I was mainly composing and arranging stuff rather than, you know, playing classical music. So, no, I am not self-taught. I'm professionally a pianist. It is my full-time job. So this whole singing thing is a side thing. I am not a singer. So that's why I usually, you know, I specify that I'm a pianist who likes to sing, because yeah. All of my covers, I start off with the piano part first, and then I just kind of figure out what I want to do with the vocals after that. So mainly I just kind of try to do whatever I can on the piano, which is why a lot of my covers are mainly piano and vocal covers. Yeah, because I still wanted to, you know, incorporate some of like my own identity into it. So I've been playing the piano for the longest time. So, yes, I'm a pianist, I'm not a singer. I'm a pianist, I'm not a singer. I'm a pianist, I'm not a singer. I was just I was given a lot of love and support, you know, in my singing journey. I'm just glad that people enjoy what I put out. So thank you guys for giving me the opportunity. Kinda a question on this. If I do want to learn piano, should I start on the music theory or anything like that? Just trying to mimic an arrangement video from YouTube? Or does it not matter? That's a good question. Mm, I know some people who are not very skilled in their theory, but they have very strong musical sense, like they're musically inclined. So it really depends on what you want to do, because, well, if you want to get into the details, obviously theory would matter, but sometimes, you know, some people break the rules, but I've heard this saying that you can only break the rules if you're aware of the rules. So it would be good to know the basics, you know, and it would be good to know what a specific instrument can do. That's very important. Yeah. Don't arrange something that is basically impossible for people to play, because I mean, if you want to do that just for your own enjoyment, that's not an issue at all. But if you're arranging for it to be performed one day, that's really important. So, well, theory is important because you gotta know what a specific instrument can do, or like what forms the basis of music in that sense. So, but it can get a bit daunting, it can get a bit stressful, so take it easy. There are lots of mediums for you to learn theory from. Amare. Thanks for asking the question. I hope this helps. Alright, next. What's your singing experience? None. I'm not professionally trained, but in some of the music courses that I learned, we had to do like sight singing, like reading notes for the first time and basically just singing them. And there are lots of other things that come into play. So I would say all of that had a part to play. But in terms of, you know, figuring out what my voice can do and stuff like that, I wasn't like under any specific like professional teacher or anything. I just really liked singing. You know, I would sing in the bathtub, the bathroom, the bedroom, in the car. I would just keep singing. And it came to a point, I guess it was also because my mom realized that even though I didn't know the meanings to some Chinese lyrics, I could actually sing them with the correct pronunciations as well. So, man, like everything just sort of came together. So in terms of like professional experience, it's not really professional. It was just basically multiple small experiences that led to what I am now. Well, paired with, you know, my musical training to learn about how singing works. You know, I didn't go through the whole, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that with your voice, you gotta do stuff with your diaphragm, and don't close up your throat and stuff like that. I watched people because I had to play for singers. I was a pianist for many singers as well as choirs. So I guess all of that just sort of like went into my head, and I just had to figure out what was best for my voice. Uriah did help me initially before I started singing a lot. Yeah, we played in like a band for a while, and we already had a keyboardist, so I guess I was there. I had zero experience in singing, so the first time I sang, nobody could hear me, and I was like, this is not gonna go well because I don't even know what I had to do. So I approached Uriah and I was like, how was it? What do you think I can do better? And he was like, yeah, let's go through things. Yeah, so he helped me a lot. He helped me a lot in terms of like, you know, analyzing how people sing and just trying to learn basic warm-ups and all that stuff. So Uriah started me off with all of that, and after that, you know, I started trying to figure things out on my own. So thank you, Uriah. You played a big part in what's become of me now. MVP, yeah, Uriah's the MVP. He can do a lot of things, you know. So how she get introduced into cosplay? I started watching anime, you know. Pretty young. My mom bought me my first anime DVD. It's your heart with Ma. Thank you. But it's also with your help that I was able to, you know, work things out. I'm still learning. But thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I started anime because of my mom. My mom bought me my first DVD. It was Shugo Kyara. And then she bought me Cardcaptor Sakura after that. So like I was water, hold on. I was already into the J scene, like the whole anime stuff, because of my mom, you know. And then slowly I discovered Hatsune Miku. Hatsune Miku came into my life, and then I was crazily obsessed with Vocaloid music for a very long time. And as I went through school, I came across some classmates who were also into anime, and they basically said, hey, there's this event happening at this place, do you guys want to go together? And I was like, alright, I guess, why not? So I told my mom, and she was like, okay, be sure to stick together, I'll drive you there and I'll drive you back. So we went for our first event. I went with a few friends, and I saw people cosplaying, and I was like, whoa! And there were people performing as well. It was like this little community event, you know, held in a small space. But everyone looked like they had fun because they were cosplaying characters that they loved. And so I told my mom about it, and then I told my family about it. And because at that time my uncles knew that I was really into Vocaloid, so one day he went to Japan, and when he came back from Japan, he gave me a gift, and I opened it. It was a costume. It was a cosplay costume, and it was it was Miku's costume. So my family started me on my cosplay journey. And they were like, oh, I think this is the one, right? I think this is the character that you like. And I was like, yeah. So we saved money. I had no idea of certain websites that sold like cosplay costumes at a really reasonable price. So what I knew was, you know, to buy stuff from eBay and all those other sites as well. So I got my very first Miku wig off eBay. That was the time when my family and I had no idea how to operate eBay. So they were like, what's PayPal? And they were like, are you sure you can buy this? Are you sure this is safe? And I was like, I don't know, do you have $20 to risk? And we took a really long time deciding on whether or not we should try purchasing it. And after a few months, we got it purchased. and the wig came in safely, and that was it. That was basically it. I started cosplaying because of that. So yes, like a lot of other people, my very first cosplay was Hatsune Miku. What a cool family. I know. Yeah, my family that calls me a piece of shit but still pampers me sometimes, you know. Yeah, they basically they kind of remember what I tell them, like that I was interested in. So when I started the whole VTubing thing, because I was preparing for this whole VTuber stuff like since 2 years ago, and from time to time they would still ask me, oh, how's this thing going on? But they had no idea how the whole VTubing thing works. So even if they were unsure, they were like, how's the progress and stuff? And I was like, trying to get it there. Yeah, so it was mainly my family. So mom started my love for anime, and then I went with friends to an event, and lots of things happened from there. I met new friends. Juicy 且十个 cara best. Yes, I agree. I met friends that have been in touch with me for a really long time since then. They've been really helpful. I've met interesting people as well, people that I might not want to see because there were some issues with them. I was really young at the time. I was still like a minor, so there were some issues. Like I think there were some stalking issues as well. So be careful of what you do, where you go. It's not just in the ACG scene, it's just wherever you go, there will be people whom you gotta be careful with. Because I was a minor, I would visit like a DVD store because that's how I would watch anime. Yeah, because like my family, we didn't have Wi-Fi, and so the only way for me to watch anime was to basically purchase like DVDs, instead of like using my dad's broadband, because we had really limited internet access. So I would visit the DVD shop from time to time, and that was when I started going to events. That's when I realized like, oh, there's this person who actually works at the DVD store that I frequent. And here's where it gets a little weird, because he sent me a picture that he took of me in the store, that I wasn't aware of. Like that was like some time ago, and he was like, oh, is this you? And I was like, why do you have this picture of me? So you will meet a lot of interesting people, but always be careful. I got lucky because that was all they did. Like things could have been a lot worse from there. So, well, maybe they thought it was okay, but it wouldn't be okay for others. So I was just like, don't do that. That's really not nice. Yeah. So, but all in all, I had like lots of new amazing friends. Friends who accompanied me to events. Like if my parents were unable to be there, they would still accompany me as well, so that I wasn't alone. Because wherever you go, it's just best to not be alone. Yeah. So. But I have my family to thank, just for getting me to where I am now, even. Because without them, I wouldn't have started cosplaying, I wouldn't have started getting interested in J music, and this entire, musical journey, along with cosplaying and covers, and then now VTubing. This all wouldn't have been possible without them. So, Penangians! Is that what you call them? I thought it was Penangites. Like, didn't they used to address people from Penang as Penangites? That's what I used to read on the newspaper. Like, let me type it out. to call us on newspapers. Like, oh, it was like this 18-year-old Penangite or something like that. Penang. That's the genuine, that's the true form of people. Island or mainland, which one is better? I do not want to start a war. I do not want to start a war. Both are good in their own ways, and I'm not saying this just because I want to avoid fights. And I do not want to get into trouble. But I'm saying this because, you know, like, my grandparents are from the mainland, and I spent most of the time on the island, but I would always go back to the mainland. I mean, come on, let's admit it. For those of you who have frequented Penang, there is so much good stuff to eat on the mainland. Like, shops have been around for generations. Their recipes don't change. And even after being away for almost 10 years, when you go back, furniture is still gonna be the same. And the people you meet are gonna be the same as well. The taste remains. I'm gonna say that's the best part about the mainland. Like, there's so much good stuff to eat. And for the island, well, obviously because I grew up there. Don't doubt me. Don't doubt me. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. But please believe me. Ferry is better than those two. I'm so sad that like they stopped operating, honestly. That was a big part of my childhood. But the island, I grew up and made so many memories on the island, you know, like obviously I would better navigate the island than the mainland. But a lot of my family members are back on the mainland as well. So, you know, there are good stuff and not so great stuff, but that's what happens everywhere, right? I'm not gonna start a fight, I'm just gonna say Penang is great. I am a proud Penangite. I am an extremely proud Penangite. So, you know, I'm gonna love the best of both worlds. We've got speedboats now. Really? Are you guys trying to lie? Don't lie to me, guys. How does that work? How does that work? What? I don't know about all this. What? Nanayo! I've got a lot to catch up on when I move back. I heard from the wind that Ari is good in Fortnite and Valorant. Where did you hear from? Which wind? Which galaxy did you hear this from? Speedboat can't carry a car. you can ship the car over and then you yourself get on the speedboat. Yeah, the old ones don't run anymore. That's why, like, I used to miss like just getting out of the car on the ferry and just like staring into the water, and then you'll see jellyfish. I'm not saying that's a great thing because you see jellyfish like on the surface of the water, but you know, that was a big part of my childhood. Oh, it's only motor and person. I see. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, since when have any of you heard that I was good in FPS games? I don't know. Like, where? Alright, let me tell you about my experience with FPS games, guys. I played, back in school, we had a Counter-Strike tournament in school. This was in my homeschooling center. So there were not many students, and we were separated into the junior and senior section. So what we would have is we would have like various events like spanning throughout the whole year, but towards I think the end of the year, there would be a time where we would all just basically play games, you know, not so much of English week or sports day or sports week or something like that, but it was mainly, you know, just playing games together, spending time together. And one of the years was a Counter-Strike tournament. I had no idea what Counter-Strike was, alright? I had no idea how things worked. And I had no gaming equipment. I had no idea how things worked. How do you change your equipment? How do you do this? How do you, you know, aim? So oh, not plastic bags. I didn't really see, well, maybe sometimes there were plastic bags, but I mainly saw jellyfish. 50 plus Valorant 1v1 sweep. Let me continue. You'll see why I haven't played FPS games. So I didn't know what Counter-Strike was, and the supervisors, they would be like, alright, we've uploaded this file, and if you want to try it out before the tournament, we'll just like transfer it over to you, have it in your computer, and then like you can just test it out. So I got the file. I opened it on my little laptop. It was like an 11-inch laptop. And I had people tell me like, oh, how this works, like how do you move, how do you point the gun, how do you change the equipment, and like, oh, which gun is better and stuff like that, which I don't remember any of that. And obviously I was really bad because I would panic. And when I panicked, I wouldn't move. I would just stay there because I would be like eagerly trying to aim at something, and then I wouldn't be able to aim because I would be shot dead anyway. So anyways, I was like, alright, whatever happens in this tournament, well, we'll see. So we had to be split into teams of 3, I think. And well, obviously, because like I didn't know how to play those games, I teamed up with like some of my friends who weren't very good at the game either. We were just like, all right, do we want to just do this together? Let's just see how bad we do. What is CS 1.6? I don't know. I don't remember. I think if any of my friends are online right now, they would remember this. So yeah, I split into a team. We got into a team, and we were put into 2 separate rooms. So one team was in one room, and the other team was in the other room. And so all the laptops were set up. We had this brief, you know, we had to do this, we can't do this, we can't swear, we can't be violent because like the equipment wasn't ours. And so we started the game. And the first thing I did was I had 2 headshots. And I was up against like my friends who were always playing FPS games, so they thought I was cheating. So I heard them screaming from the other room, like, what, you cheater? How did you do this? Blah, 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 blah. And so, yeah, they got me out, and they told, like, whoever was supposed to supervise us in the room to get out, because they thought that, like, they were playing for me. And, like, the more we play, we just continued dying, because, like, that was the only time I had 2 headshots. The version we played... Oh, I just got a message from a friend saying that the one we played was CS Source. It was Source. Is that... Yeah. Yeah, so I had my friend screaming at me from the other room, and ever since then, I guess that traumatized me. And I just couldn't play after that. I just lost every single round. Shortly after that, a few years later, I visited Luna, and she was like, "Oh, do you want to try playing like some games on the PC?" And I didn't have a PC back then as well, right? So most of the time, I was usually just like drawing and stuff. I never really played games until recently. So I was like, all right, what should we play? And she was like, you want to try Overwatch? Because back then, Overwatch was the thing. And I did so badly. Like, the people were just like dissing me and complaining that I was a bad player and stuff like that. I just can't, you know, like, how do you guys play FPS games? Seriously. I mean, I want to learn it. Because like it looks like so much fun, right? But I don't have the natural talent for it. Like no. Would you play an FPS now though if it was casual, or is the genre not really your thing? I want to try. Do you know how satisfying it would be to hear the bullets go through your skull? I mean in game, you know. I'm just saying, in game. Don't just clip me up. You know, the sound effects of a headshot, that would be so satisfying. Can you imagine if I ever got better at the game? I just love the sounds, you know. Nah, I would definitely want to try again, but well, I don't have the natural talent for it. Starting point is just crosshair position. After that, it's just speed reaction. Holding wider if your reaction was closer is better. I feel like my brain just went through a whole tutorial in my head, and I just still didn't understand what was going on. You just did it not until you don't suck, man. I'm gonna be someone who just started super late. 야배요, 마지는. But if I had the chance to, I would like to try again. Well, yeah. Alright, we've got 2 questions left. Congrats on your debut. Love your cover on Anytime Anywhere. Thank you! This is not really a question, but it's just a statement. A lot of people have been congratulating me even during AMG. So I really appreciate it. Like the fact that people actually, you know, followed me and remembered that I had my debut recently. That was really sweet. Thank you. Alright, last one. Is your piano single? I'm not gonna answer that. I'm sorry. Why would you ask that? Does that mean if my piano wasn't single, you wouldn't follow me anymore? Why would you ask if my piano is single? I have one piano. So that's a singular piano. No. That's it. There were some other questions I just kind of like, most of them were like quite consistent with like other things that I answered today. So we'll stop the Q&A here. The piano's taken by me. That's my piano. Nobody else can have it, you know. I'm possessive. No sharing. That's mine. Monday. Yeah, I planned for the stream to be about 2 hours, so it's just about there. It's 12:37 now. Nah. It was nice seeing you guys again. I don't know. Should I try an FPS game next time? Who knows? was taken. All right, nobody should ever ask again. See, the piano's right there. It's right behind me. It's right, like it's mine. It's not going anywhere. It doesn't have a choice. It's mine. You know. Don't try. It was fun. The whole AMG weekend. The whole, well, I don't know. I miss it, you know. As much as it was tiring, I actually miss it. As much as cosplaying is tiring, I miss cosplaying because you get to meet and interact with people who like the character, who want to meet you, who want to interact with you guys. You guys have fun, you guys take pictures together, you guys attend events together, and I think that's something that I miss. As tiring as it is, that's also why I still love attending events, even up until now. Answering the questions is pretty fun. I hope my background's a little clearer now. Yeah, I would like to stick to the fact that I'm primarily a pianist, but this channel was made for vocal covers, you know. So it's been a great journey. It's been a really great journey. I know this whole session has just been me going on and on and on and on and on and on and on about what happened the past weekend, but thank you all for staying. Thank you all for being here. I'm glad I got to meet new people as well. It's nice seeing you guys here. How many subs for FPS games? The last stream we talked about 7K subs for a horror game stream, right? So I don't know. What do you guys think? How many subs? It's also September tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do like subathons or anything yet, because September's gonna be a pretty busy month for me. I'll try. Maybe I'll do one subathon. Tomorrow goes yet. Yeah, horror. We agreed. Like I was playing a game in my last stream, so I agreed that when I reach 7K, because we're at about 4.7, somewhere there. Oh, it's already September. That's right. Yeah. We're at about 4.7K subs now. I need time. I need a lot of time to prepare my heart and soul for a horror game. So we're sticking to 7K for a horror game. Start from something cute like Super Animal Royale. Maybe that would be pretty cute. Yeah. I can't do a subathon tomorrow because I'm still working tomorrow. Yeah, mine not. And then next weekend I'm also working. And then the following weekend there's MSQSG. Are you guys attending MSQSG? Maker's Quest? The Final Fantasy event? Are you guys attending? I'm so excited. I saw so many things that I really want to get. I really hope my no, I don't have the money for it. Oh yeah, it's not September yet. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'll do, but maybe I'll aim for one subathon in September. But other than that, I will still try to stream at least once a week. So it's either Friday night or Saturday night. I would stick to that, you know. Should we do 5K? I think we can try 5K. 5K for an FPS. I don't know. That's gonna be pretty bad. Can I do like 5.5? Wakaranayo. Let's put a poll. Let's do how many subs to play FPS game? Like subs. 8K subs. I don't know. わからないよ。マジで。7K is already taken. I'll end it in a few more minutes. As of now, I'll probably like stream some other games, go at it, and you know, probably a karaoke stream as well. I do want to do that. And then I really have to get to releasing my cover. Trying to save up, like it's difficult. It's difficult. There's a cover that I really want to do, but like, you know, having to save up the money to commission people to make the MVs and stuff like that, that's still really difficult. So, please be patient. お願いします。ありがとうございます。まあね。やべえな。So many things I want to do. But the fact that you guys are still here. Alright, I'm gonna stop this in another 2 minutes. I'm gonna end the poll in another 2 minutes. So, yeah. Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six Siege. あれは Oh, that's another. The tactical team-based shooter. I see. It's also this entire this entire streaming journey would just be me basically trying out all different types of games and just basically failing at every single one of them. Please stick with me, guys. I swear, I'm a nice person. All right. Botan's playing the game as well. I see. Right. Didn't she reach like a world record? Man, Hololife's amazing. That's crazy. And like, so many things happened, right? With Botan, Aktan's graduation. It's a lot to process. It's really a lot to process. Alright, we're gonna end the poll now. $5K subs! Hi, わかりました. 5K subs it is. Let's do 5K. Alright, so 5K for FPS, 7K for horror. I'll do it. I'll do it, guys. Just be nice. Be nice. I'm not a gamer. I'm just a pianist trying to play games that people play. Yeah. But okay. Alright. Sure. Thanks for coming. Thanks for dropping by for a chill little stream. My merch is still available. I've only got 5 keychains left, and I'm also going to perform in Cosverse at the beginning of October. So I will be bringing my merch there as well. So if you guys want to grab, you know, the remaining keychains or any other merch available, please let me know. Please let me know. You can purchase them on Ko-fi, or you could directly DM me as well. That's both okay. You know, grab them before they run out. I do not currently have plans to restock on my keychains. So, because I want to make more stuff, you know, I want to cosplay more, I want to do more prints and bada bada bada. What's on October? There's a Singaporean ACG event called Cosverse on the 5th and 6th of October. So I will be performing there as well. So there's also going to be a short little meet and greet session after my performance. So I'll also be there. You can take checkies, say hi, buy my merch, etc, etc. Thanks for coming, guys. Arigato. You guys have been so sweet. So sweet. I appreciate you guys so much. So as usual, I will announce the next stream on Discord, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, wherever it is. If you guys want to stay in touch, my server is still open. You know, all the links are there in the description below. So I really appreciate you guys still, you know, following me on my journey. Thank you so much, and I'm really glad to meet you guys, especially the new ones that joined after AMG. Thank you for staying with me. Please take care of yourselves, stay hydrated, and I'll see you in the next stream.